Hello, and welcome back to Mellohi, a Dream SMP podcast. This is episode 50, and today we're discussing who the Dream SMP characters would be in the Percy Jackson universe. As always, we refer to the characters by name and specify when we're talking about the writers. Alright, we're back!
Welcome back.
Right, so we've got a thing we're going to do this episode, but first we're going to talk about some stuff that happened recently on the SMP. Punk Cemetery got burnt down.
Yeah. Again. Some of you guys might know what happened. AMZ and Boomer were the ones who did it. Which, CPK's been betrayed. AMZ's betrayed the Restoration Rangers.
That was the name they had?
That was the name they had because they were going to rebuild Punk's tree together, and then CPK spent 20 hours gathering resources, and AMZ burned it down again.
Oh my god. That's like the ultimate betrayal, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, like, Punk's tree is fucking huge.
Yeah. It's a goddamn monolith.
Didn't they, like, try and say, like, we'll say it was hit by lightning?
I don't know
I think I read that in the recap.
Yeah, I don't know the specifics, just that, something about AMZ, Boomer wanting to burn it down. I am tripping over my words today. But, Booms are wanting to, burn it down, and then AMZ's being something like, okay, I'm gonna let this happen, or something like that. That's how I read it when I saw the tweets anyway, and the news on Tumblr, because that's where I get all my news these days. But yeah.
How do we have people start going on the server more once people are done their exams and stuff?
Hopefully. But AMZ and Boomer burned it down, and the next day, in retaliation, CPK goes and does a spawn trap thing for AMZ because he somehow knew exactly where he figured out where AMZ had logged out last time she was on the SMP, which was apparently last time she was on stream because of etc. etc. And then set up a trap where basically he encased them in just obsidian and then encased that in lava, and then underneath it there's like one layer of dirt, and then like this giant ass fall all the way down to where he placed a bunch of stalagmites. And they fell to their death. Because they dug he put a sign saying you shouldn't dig down, don't dig down.
Yeah.
But they dug down.
I mean...
And they fell to their death.
Never dig down?
Naturally, that's like, you know... Oh, man.
Like, I was just playing Minecraft the other day, and I dug straight down, and I fell into one of those new caves, and I died. And I went back to get my stuff, and I just kept dying and dying and dying and dying and dying.
Yeah, no, that's...
I was trying to set up, like, a skeleton farm with a spawner. You know, one of those ones where they, like, drop down, but then I didn't think about what was beneath me.
Yeah, no, that's basically what happened. Don't dig down, everyone. Don't dig straight down. AMZ did not listen. He paid the consequences. Again, I also need to watch that from AMZ's point of view because I only heard about it because I was half asleep when it happened. But and for Boomer's retaliate. Not revenge, not prank, not retaliation, but Boomer's consequence because CPK dressed up as he put on a new skin, he called himself the Consequencer, and his stream went from getting revenge to giving out consequences.
I mean, that's a good name.
The consequences of my
Eric.
See me right now.
Eric just went live on the Dream SMP. I don't think it's for though.
Huh. Interesting. But to sort of finish up what happened that I am aware of, because other things might have happened that I might have been completely asleep for. I think CPK meant to trap Boomer's house with TNT, and then decided fuck it and just blew it up instead. And after that he sort of...
Yeah, that seems like that happens a lot on the Dream SMP. Like, a person's annoyed at another person, and instead of, like, being somewhat reasonable about it, they just go to their house and set it on fire or blow it up or something like that.
I mean, to be fair, they blew up they burned down Punk's tree, which he spent 20 hours gathering resources for. But also, like, I think he meant to. He wanted to. He was hoping Boomer would log in outside of the house so that when he walked in, he would set off TNT inside the house. But that didn't happen, so he just blew it up. And sometime later, in retaliation, I think Aaron was on as well. Boomer and Aaron go and hunt down CPK's home for revenge. And they went and blew up part of Punz's tower because CPK left signs implying he was living in Punz's tower now. They also blew up the wrong section of Punz's tower. They didn't blow up this part where CPK left some of his stuff. But apparently CPK also left more decoy signs, like, you guys know I don't know if you guys know, but when Dream was on the SMP for a little bit on a chill stream, he went and put a sign on Punz's house saying Dream's house. Because he was homeless, so he claimed Punz's house as his home. And apparently CPK went and replaced the sign with Dream and CPK's house.
Oh man, he really is homeless, and he really, like, he can't even, like, he puts a sign up and
He's
it gets
like
taken down.
Homeless squared.
And then now it got blown up.
CPK's up for co-inhabitation. CPK's up for a roommate, though.
They were roommates. Oh my
But
god.
yeah, also apparently Punz was streaming Valorant at the time of the explosion, and he heard about it, and he's just like, if they blew up my house for lore.
Oh man. You can't have anything with Dream SMP.
You really can't. I don't know how serious he was about going back on and actually, like, killing them, but, because he was still playing Valorant.
Yeah, I don't think he was that serious then.
He seemed pretty angry, though.
Yeah, but it'd probably be like a later date.
Oh, but yeah, that's about as far as I remember or I am aware for, recent lore. Egg lore still hasn't happened. Sand bucket lore still hasn't happened.
Yeah, they told us there was gonna be something and there hasn't been anything.
There hasn't been anything. It's so sad.
Lore's kind of been... It's died the fuck down, definitely.
I mean, this is
it was
about
kind
the
of
same thing.
around this time last year. So.
Yeah, it's about the same.
They're going through the same, like...
So I think the Dream SMP just goes to, like, cycles of more lore and less lore.
Yeah.
It's the thing, especially for a lot of us who were, like, around in, like, season 2 where there was just a lot of lore happening. Even when there is lore happening, it feels like there's not much lore happening.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because we were first introduced when there was, like, lore happening at least every day or, like, every second day.
Yeah, that was a little insane. That was a little much. When there was, like, every single fucking day, you're like, alright, that is too much.
Yeah. What was the other topic of our discussion today that we were talking about?
Like, about lore or just the thing we were gonna do?
Oh, the thing we were gonna do. Oh, because I think...
So basically, a while ago, we did an episode about what D&D alignments the Dream SMP characters would have, and we were thinking we could do a similar theme for this video where we talk about the Dream SMP characters in some other fictional universe and what roles I think we were playing. I was thinking maybe Star Wars, but I don't know how familiar you guys are with that.
I am not familiar with Star Wars at all.
I'm not too familiar either.
I come from a Star Wars family.
That's so fair.
Sitting together on the sofa after dinner to watch The Mandalorian every Friday family.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
Nah. That's cool though.
Alright, so let's see, what else could we do? What other fictional universes?
What fictional universe do we all know is a question, though.
I don't know many, so...
Okay, so my other ideas are Percy Jackson and Marvel.
I know Marvel to a degree.
Percy Okay.
I think.
Say Percy Jackson and he's freaking... Okay.
Percy Jackson would
I'm
be
sorry,
cool though.
I can't imagine Dream as anything other than a son of Poseidon.
Yeah, that's true. That's like, I mean, he's got it in the bag. I know that much. I know that much about Percy Jackson. I no idea who anyone else would be, but he would be the son of that. Yeah, he would be taking the place of Percy Jackson. 100%.
So should we do Percy Jackson though?
Well, it's a little, like, it'd be cool to see what kind of... I don't remember much from it, but it would be cool to see, like, just off the top of our heads, what godly parent they would fit if they had one or not, versus just saying, like, which character would they replace in the Percy Jackson universe. Because I don't feel like that necessarily fits with where they were before when they started the Dream SMP and where they are now.
Alright, let's start with Awesome Dude.
Oh god. Let me...
So, like, based on, like, Pandora's Vault and all that, like, I'm definitely thinking, like, something to do with the Labyrinth and Daedalus. I'm thinking, like, it'd be son of Hephaestus. Is that saying it right? I don't know if that's
I don't know how to say it either.
Son of Hephaestus, who discovered the labyrinth and started, like, trying to experiment with it and see if he can control it.
He fails terribly.
But then, yes, essentially. That's what I feel like. If Sam's character was in the Percy Jackson universe, I feel like that's what he would do.
Gets eaten by the...
I'm kind of inclined to think that, like, he tries to, like, trap people within it. Like, you know, usually there's a way to, like, trap monsters so that they don't die and just reform again.
Right. Also, potentially...
But how he does it is he thinks, like, all monsters are bad, instead of them, like, some being nice. Like,
anything
what's
that's
his
not
name?
human
Percy's half-brother. What's his name? I can't remember. The nice Cyclops.
Tyson?
Yeah, Tyson. Like him, he's a Cyclops, and he's nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, I think this Sam in the Percy Jackson universe, maybe, like, he thinks, like, all monsters are bad, even when it's just some of them. So anything that's not human, he tries to trap in the labyrinth so it can never escape, but it can never die.
Alternatively, he tries to rebuild the labyrinth for that purpose. And
then he ends up trapping himself inside it. Like, he can't leave, but he can still control it. So he's like, he lures people in. He lures monsters in. Or maybe even sometimes he... Actually, no, that's actually a really great reflection of what he does in canon with Ronbu and getting Techno to go to the prison. So sometimes he'll lure demigods in to attract monsters. And he doesn't really care about what happens to them because all he's thinking about is keeping the monsters inside the labyrinth. I think that would be a really cool story for Sam's character in a Percy Jackson universe.
Yeah.
If Percy Jackson himself did not exist.
Yeah.
I mean, the way, like, I would see, like, the baseline of this thing is, like, all of them are living, like, are about the same as the streamers. Saying, like, so Dream's still from Florida, even if he's a demigod, so on. Like, the UK streamers still live in the UK, they're just demigods. And also, they don't play Minecraft, I guess.
Because they don't
do play Minecraft, they're not content creators. They're too busy finding monsters to be streamers.
You know, it'd be very funny if they were still streamers and they're just like, okay, Tommy and it running down the street being chased by monsters going like, welcome to this vlog!
Okay, that actually ties into my next idea, which is for Bad Boy Holo. Rash is actually Cerberus.
Okay, that's adorable.
And just looks like a little dog to everyone else because of the mist.
That is adorable.
And isn't there actually, like, there's multiple rats, right? It's like actually multiple dogs.
Yeah. Oh.
So that actually fits as well because there'd be multiple heads.
3.
And honestly, like, Bad Boy Halo, the real life content creator, could probably be a demigod without anyone knowing, just because of his very, very weird range of skills.
He has a very specific set of skills. and I don't know why.
Yeah, he goes to Camp Half-Blood and he teaches all the other kids how to throw knives.
Basically. I don't know what godly parent he'd have, though.
I mean, obviously this is more based off of, like, it's like basically like getting the characters, but putting in the same situations as the content creators. So, like, he'd be more like character bad than content creator bad. So, play off that, maybe something to do with the egg?
Yeah. I don't know.
That one, I mean, I just think of
I don't know.
the builder god, the blacksmith. I can't pronounce his name.
His face.
That's actually interesting because that would make
something
him
again.
and Sam brothers.
Because he's also
say,
the one for fire and volcanoes and stuff like that. So. Because, like, people would be like, oh...
Wouldn't that work better for, like, Sapnap,
Well,
right?
The thing with,
Yeah.
is his name Hephaestus?
Something.
Hephaestus?
Hephaestus?
I can't pronounce things. The thing with him is that,
We're gonna have to open
he's
up a
very,
page of DAC names.
he's very tied into, like, similar, like, Hestia is, like, the hearth and stuff like that. He's, like, tied into, like, that kind of stuff. Like, so technology is also something that, like, what, like, the blacksmith guy, like, deals with. And, like, so...
Yeah, he's about...
So, like, and, like, Sapnap
the
would...
fire and the forge.
Sapnap wouldn't be,
Actually, wait,
like,
no, I
I
think-
don't think he would be a son of, like, a dude whose whole entire thing is about building. Like, it just feels like, it feels like the,
God of War.
Yeah, honestly, I think Sapnap feels like character Sapnap feels more like an Aries kid.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's an Aries kid. It feels like it should be an insult or something.
It cuts just a little bit.
I mean, he did tell, like, his old friend, hey, I'll kill you if you escape prison.
I'll kill you if you escape immeasurable amounts of torture.
Right, so going back to bad, yeah, I think, this works. Alright, who else is on the character list? Captain Buffy?
Oh, sorry, I'm like,
Do you have any ideas for her?
Off the top of my head, daughter of Pan, probably one of the satires.
Yeah, I can see that working, especially because she has this whole, like, thing, like, earlier on, she had the whole thing of, like, protect the children, but was also very bad at it, which kind of fits with, like, how in the Percy Jackson books, Grover is, like, meant to, like, keep an eye on Percy, stuff like that.
And he's very bad at it.
But yeah, I think that would work.
Aunt Frost is a literal cat. Let's make him a literal cat.
I don't know.
He's like a cat that Sam had, and then when they went into the labyrinth, the magic of the labyrinth made him like a monster cat, but he still looks like a regular cat, except when he's like eating something. And then it's like horror movie stuff. All right, so next up the stream.
Oh, you got...
Sorry.
I know you guys earlier you were saying Son of Poseidon.
Son of Poseidon.
I feel like...
I think it would be more interesting. No. We can have both. We can have both of these. I think it would actually be more interesting, especially in relation because this is obviously character dream, for him not to be a demigod, for like him not to be human, but still be a son of Poseidon.
I mean, I am a very big fan of just the guy
has some
dream.
funky stuff up with him.
I'm a very big fan of just the guy dream, so I'm not exactly on board with, because I don't think it really fits him to be part something else. Because, you know, I understand what you're suggesting, but I don't think that would fit him. Because despite what everyone else says, he isn't a monster, he's just a dude.
Maybe you kind of like merge those two ideas. Like he's got a thing where he is just a dude. He's just like a demigod with maybe some unusual powers. But for whatever reason, people tend to think he's a monster.
He could be. I know in the newer Percy Jackson books, there's some well, not discussion or implication, really anything, but that it's revealed that demigods they can have children, and those children can pass on certain powers in their generation. So he could be like a descendant of Poseidon, but not a direct son.
Yeah,
But mostly like
so something that might fit in with my idea is if he
dolphins.
still has like some sort of power inherited from Poseidon, but because he's not like a full demigod, monsters just don't care about him.
I think
So when people see this person that is clearly related to the gods in some way, but that monsters aren't after, they go, that must be a monster in disguise.
I think
And maybe that's, if you want to like fit Manhunt into that, that could be that, like he's chased down by some demigods who think he's a monster, and eventually they work out, actually no, he's just a guy, and they end up becoming friends. Because they're like, sorry, we thought you were a monster trying to eat us.
it's not doing anything. No, I think the power was the ability to shapeshift into an animal. He's
That
seen before?
was like a specific thing. That was Frank, I think.
Yeah, that was specific thing for Frank, but it's implied that he is a descendant of a son of Poseidon, or his daughter of Poseidon, or whatever. That his entire family comes from that lineage. But I do wait. Alternatively,
Yeah, so
he's-
his father is Mars,
yeah,
but his ancestor is Periclymenus, who was a son of Poseidon.
yeah. Alternatively, we could have Dream as just a normal ass son of Poseidon, but one who's never made it to one of the demigod camps, and he's just been surviving on the street.
Florida man.
Florida man.
He's the Florida man.
Cause
That could work as well. I think there's like a lot of options you could take with Dream's character.
yeah, cause like I understand making parallels between his how he's viewed in SMP, and adding that onto into this fictional universe, but at the same time it's also like if you take who he was from the start of the SMP and drop him, like if what we're doing is taking who they were at the beginning of the SMP and dropping them into this new universe, there'd be very different outcomes than if we were to take what they were at right now and drop them in this new universe. And I just think that at the very least at the beginning of the SMP, he's a lot more of just a dude than he is now.
I'm
I mean, they're both still just the dudes, but
yeah.
I do still like the idea of like the Manhunt gang mistaking him for a monster, and then it just ends up to being like a huge issue. Like he says, like I can't wait to eat, and then they don't hear the rest of it, and they think he means that he's gonna eat them, and he's actually like
that's so funny.
like there's a bus go by, and behind the bus he's going like a hamburger.
No, but okay, but we can still make that work because now we have a rogue demigod running around
maybe
Florida.
he's like-
Taking down he's a street kid in Florida.
I feel like
Running around trying to survive.
like
being hunted.
instead of the son of Poseidon, he could also be like the son of like the Nereid queen, like the one who's married to Poseidon, the goddess of the sea. Like he could
Persephone?
not because so Poseidon cheated a lot. His actual
I mean, they all
his
do.
actual like wife, who's the goddess of the sea, is like I can't pronounce her name. But she's the queen of the Nereids. And like the whole thing is that she's super calm. Like her whole thing is that she's like really reserved and calm, except when her husband cheats. And so I was like thinking, and I was like, hold on, like actually, like I know that son of Poseidon is like the really fitting thing, but I feel like a son of like the Nereid queen would also be like really fitting because she's also like she's association with like dolphins and creatures, and she can like shapeshift and shit. And so I was just thinking about that, and I was like, hold on, like if I was doing something like an AU, I would totally make her like this dude's like mom. Because it would just.
But does she cheat though?
She does not cheat. No.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because some of the gods don't do that with other people.
She's just very
I mean,
she's very vengeful.
She gets
like
pissed off when Poseidon cheats, so maybe it was a case of like her doing it like, well, you cheating so much, I'll go do it. You see how you like it.
I mean, she was very vengeful, so she probably would be like a fine.
But yeah, but the
Amphitrite.
But like
the only
That's her name.
my only issue is if it was in an actual fanfic.
yeah.
Would this fit with the lore of the canon that's been established? And the lore of the canon that's been established.
I mean, I'm looking at her page.
Some gods.
See,
don't
it's like
cheat.
all
She
the gods are gonna be like Zeus and Poseidon's kids because that's all Zeus and Poseidon did, or like all the kids are gonna be like the like, you know what I mean? Because like all the other gods didn't really like cheat or anything like that. It was just mostly Zeus, Poseidon, and then the
I told this list is like all of her like stepchildren and like
that we hear about. That's why we just hear about them more, so we think those are the only kids that happen. But like, I feel like in canon lore of the Percy Jackson, it's been fairly consistent that the gods who don't cheat.
Yeah. I honestly don't know.
Artemis, who...
Oh, well, Artemis,
never
of
take,
course, yeah.
husband.
Artemis, of course, would never, like, she's...
Would never, and then you have, like, Hestia, who also never, takes anyone. And you have... Hela? Heth? Zeus's wife. I don't remember their names, I'm sorry.
Oh, Hera?
Who also doesn't cheat. Hera, who also
Hera
doesn't cheat. And...
She's interesting.
And, so I don't think someone who doesn't cheat would do it, even in like this. Like, there's an interesting case with Artemis, where her Roman counterpart has no children because the Romans viewed her as virgin.
Yeah.
Well, she was a virgin, but viewed her as someone who wouldn't be capable of having children, versus the Greeks who viewed her as someone who did have children, even despite being a virgin. Something about brainchild, literal brainchildren.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like, they call them like parthenogenesis kids or something. Like there's like a name for it's like it's weird. Like I when you like look on the wikis, they'll give them some name where it's like someone cut off like part of their calf and then a child was born.
I mean, it's. Yes, but it's not. First off, that's not really parthenogenesis.
Oh no, it's not. It's not. They use that term. It's not actually like.
I know. Yeah. But also, they're using the term incorrectly, so I'm gonna criticize them for that.
Yeah, I don't know why they use that term.
No.
Because it's used for the blacksmith god for some reason. I'm like, okay, I don't know why they're using that term.
That's not accurate at all. No, but because it's like. It's not necessarily because she's not creating the child by herself. She is still using information from her partner to make the child. What that information is different, but it's still like two-way inputs.
Okay, so I think I've got an idea for the whole like Poseidon or Amphitrite thing. So if we're assuming that this all takes place around the same time as the Percy Jackson books will be taking place.
Alternatively, the Percy Jackson books don't exist at all.
Yeah, but let's assume that there's still that whole prophecy thing. And when Dream is the son of Poseidon, but Poseidon doesn't really do anything to interact with him because he doesn't want anyone to know that him, Amphitrite kind of goes, you cheated on me, you had a kid you weren't supposed to have, and now you're just ignoring him, and then goes to him gives him the gift of like being able to speak with dolphins.
That'd be kind of cute. Dolphins.
Because that's like best of both worlds, basically.
I'm cool with whatever. I don't know. I mean, It's all just
Alright,
speculation.
let's see. Who's the next?
Listen, I'm waiting to get to Tommy because I have an idea for Tommy's, but like again, I don't really know.
Hermes
Hermes, okay.
is my first thought for Tommy. He's a thief.
That was gonna be my first. It was either gonna be Ariadne or it was gonna be Hermes. Ariadne, I feel like would be a funny one because like, can you imagine like Ariadne, like the goddess of labyrinths, like having like and like paths, like so her whole thing was like she basically was like the guide on like the journey of life, or essentially, and like she's the red thread. And like, can you imagine like her kid is this fucking like someone who can never escape his own like shit. He's just constantly stuck in his own labyrinth, like of his like. Man, I was just thinking about that shit. I was like, man.
Okay. So I have an idea about
okay.
it. And it's kind of based on like the Manberg War. So basically, I don't know how this would happen because of like circumstances, but some kind of relationship to Prometheus.
That would be kind of interesting.
Because the whole like doing something that he believes is good, but then ending up suffering for it.
That would be. Maybe.
Okay, so first off in the lore, is Prometheus free?
He does
No,
he does get free
tricky.
eventually.
Like it could be
actually,
like
he gets free.
But I think it's during the lore.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean we could just say it's a similar situation to Athena. Where it's just like
I just know Hercules frees Prometheus.
I mean, yes, but also he would actually have to like run into a person to have vibes with them to make a child, which I don't think that's happening.
I mean, but
dude, stuck.
Where even would he be? Like
Chain
he just
on
he
rock.
runs around someone like he runs across a marshal who can see through the mist, who really likes mountain climbing.
I feel like
Dude,
I don't know why.
Mountain getting his guts eaten out by an eagle.
I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like Dionysus would also work, and I don't know why. I just for some reason like that just comes to mind.
No, I can see that. I can see that.
And I couldn't explain why. I just for some reason like I just like Dionysus. I don't know. I mean, Dionysus is really cool. So he's also the tragic god, from what I understand. So. Yeah, right here it says that he is the tragic god because his wild primal life exists in the shadow of his inevitable death every winter. So he lives gloriously despite his fate.
Dionysus also has like gender stuff.
Yeah,
which fits with Eric.
I just Dionysus is my favorite gods. Also, it would fit like he would have many children. So.
And I think it might be mentioned in, like, Percy Jackson canon that children of Dionysus tend to be, like, more, or it's, like, I think it's, like, he understands, like, trans people because of how he's brought up.
That'd be kind of cool. I mean, Dionysus, like, his whole thing was, like, live to your fullest. Like, no, like, don't hold back. So, I mean...
Live every day like it's gonna be your last.
Yeah, and that included like in every aspect of like a person's life. So, man his kids would be living large. His kids would be like they would just be really cool. And like Eric's got the sunglasses and everything, so he's pretty cool. I don't know who else is on that list.
It's been a while, but guess what? The Mellohi Spotlight is back. If you haven't heard of it before, our Spotlight segment is where we highlight a fan content creator from the Dream SMP and Minecraft YouTuber fandom for you all to enjoy and give your support to. For our Artist of the Week, we have Sherolo, or Meep. Meep is a Dream fan artist on Twitter who's made several beautiful artworks of Dream, XD, Carl, Bad Boy Halo, and Rambo, as well as some MCC artwork. While he doesn't have many pieces up currently on his Twitter, All of his art is well made and shows a lot of skill and talent, and the speed paint videos he has on YouTube show just how masterful his artwork really is. In particular, the use of color, lighting, and his rendering style make his artwork particularly lively and energetic. You can check him out at Shirolo_2 or SHIROHLO_2 on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. If you have any recommendations for artists, writers, video and edit makers, analysts, or theorists you think deserve the spotlight, make sure to leave a comment in our YouTube section or let us know directly by adding us on Twitter or joining our Discord server. Now enjoy the rest of the episode.
Trying to think of one for Tubbo. Hold on. People are gonna be like,
Satire.
Wait, hold on, guys. I have a question. So, are we gonna make Wilbur the god, like the son of death? Like, are we? Is that?
I mean, I was thinking Apollo.
Goes
Okay.
for.
Cause like,
Okay, yeah.
because
Apollo.
I don't know why, but I think Tubbo should be like the son of Thanatos. I don't know why. Again, this is just completely like.
Does Thanatos have sons?
I
Well, I mean, I feel like
don't know.
because we only ever
I mean,
really
it's never
hear about
mentioned
the
in
Big
the books.
12, but I
can
also
check
feel,
about the actual mythology.
from either the books or the mythology, because the books take stuff from the mythology.
I'm just for funsies.
Well, like, I don't think anything's mentioned about him having kids in the books. But I'll do a quick check and see if in actual mythology he had any kids.
He was
Yeah.
also the demon of death. That's why, or the daemon, not the demon. That'll make him. Oh man. No. I was about to be like, someone needs, like, listen, I know that, like, the books have their own lore. I don't know anything about the books. All I know is, like, Greek gods, like,
Basically,
yeah.
in my opinion, if something isn't mentioned in the books, look to mythology.
Yeah, if it's not explicitly mentioned.
yeah. I like to
Yeah.
think that.
But if it is mentioned and it contradicts the mythology, then go with the version that's in the books.
Is Thanatos even in
Or
the book?
figure out a way for them both to be true.
Thanatos is in the books.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Okay, so it mentions parents and siblings, but no children are mentioned.
Cause like I understand that I know I've been focusing at least on the Big 12 because those are the only
Yeah.
ones I remember.
Who's part of
But
the
I know
Big
that
12?
doesn't mean other gods haven't had children as well. It's just that I
Let me look at the.
I haven't heard anything about Thanatos or
Let me look at the
Like-
12 gods and just choose somebody. Hold on. Let me.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you know,
we have-
like,
Okay, so we know he had like a wife or a partner of some kind.
this really narrows it down because some of these people would not have kids.
It's kind of vague, the source I found.
Because you got Artemis and Demeter on here, and I'm like, that. So.
They don't have kids. Well, I think Demeter has
Oh, really?
kids, or
Oh, wait, true. That's. Yeah, her daughter.
because she's only down there for like half the year.
Isn't her. Wait. Isn't Persephone her daughter? Hold on. Yeah, Demeter's daughter, Persephone. Okay, so Demeter has children. Okay. Wait, what?
I think you have to mix it up.
Poseidon and Demeter had a kid?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I believe.
Oh,
that.
I was just googling. So it says that Demeter's daughter Persephone was abducted to the underworld by Hades, who received permission, whatever. So Demeter has children, a lot of children.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, she is.
She's
She's the goddess of spring.
In
and
addition to
summer,
Zeus,
isn't she?
how many people
And
was she with?
fertility.
She's with Poseidon, Zeus, and a.
Okay, you have to understand. In Greek mythology, everybody fucked each other.
Oh my god, no.
And I mean, like, she was like goddess of fertility.
Okay, that's true.
You know?
So listen,
Okay,
I feel like
foolish.
Tubbo could also be
Son
a
of
son
Zeus.
of Demeter. I don't know why, but I just feel like it fits the whole, like, he's a ram / goat kind of theme. Like, you know, I don't know. Like,
I like the Thanatos one more because I think that kind of fits his character.
yeah.
You know, like the whole dying a bunch
If
of
we're
times
going with,
thing,
like-
but also like creating weapons of mass
Yeah.
destruction.
In a perfect world, I would have him be Thanatos, like Thanatos' son. But if we have to stick to, like, the main 12, then it would be Demeter.
I mean, like, there's room for flexibility, you know? Like when the whole issues in the first book is that people are annoyed because there's only cabins for the major gods.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
And everyone who's not just gets stuck on the Hermes.
Yeah.
Oh, Demeter's name indicates that she's
Okay,
unlucky.
so foolish.
I mean, Tubbo is a father, so I mean, Demeter would still work. So.
I think Hannah would be probably Demeter's son.
Son.
Daughter. I am very.
Oh yeah,
stupid,
because
probably.
goddess of agriculture and Hannah's always going on about how she wants to like
Plants.
to plant more plants on the server. So.
Actually, wait, do you think Hannah would work better as like a dryad? Because she's got the whole thing
Oh,
where life is
true.
connected to the
That's also
flowers on
true.
SMP.
If she had to be a demigod, it'd be Demeter. But if she was something else.
Yeah.
Also, she's like canonically in DSMP lore a dryad-esque creature.
Okay, so foolish, I think definitely son of Zeus. You know, the whole hidden people with lightning thing.
I can see that.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I wonder how you'd like put the immortality thing in. Maybe it's like he's a similar situation to Percy, where he was like dipped in the river Styx, and it's like his version of the whole like a bunch of extra lives thing. Actually, wait, what would XD be?
He's just God.
Yeah, because I think it's like canon that Jesus exists in the Percy Jackson universe.
It's canon
and like
that
the wider every religion ever
every
takes this as
religion
real.
ever, yeah. Every
Yeah.
religion ever has all their gods exist. Every religion ever is real, etc., etc., etc. Because we have the Kane Chronicles is in the same universe as the Percy Jackson series. They don't intersect with
And
each
the
other
Magnus Chase
because
books.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like allergic to each other.
yeah, basically they're allergic to each other, so that's why they don't intersect. It causes problems when they get involved, and we could just say that. Percy asks about God. Everybody says we don't talk about him.
You showed up and destroyed someone's table one day.
Yeah. We don't talk about him.
So yeah, so just like, I know, Foolish has like kind of immortality, I think.
Yeah.
I think that works. Let's see who else. Fundy.
Fox.
I would say, I was gonna say Hypnos.
I mean, if we're going with Dream SMP canon, he's gotta be Wilbur's son.
Oh, that's true. Well,
which makes him like a legacy.
yeah. Also, well, according to Fundy's lore, he had the most Greek type, like Greek god or Greek demigod or like whatever the fuck like type of birth.
Reincarnated
because
as a phoenix.
Yeah.
Wait. Here's how he ages so fast. The Lotus Hotel.
Oh my god.
Like, Wilbur accidentally dropped him in
just
there. And like he went back to collect them.
He was like, I don't want to
later in
raise
the
him.
day.
Throws him in.
He was like a few years older.
Yeah, he's like, throws him in. They'll raise him for me.
He's like, I'm a teenager now.
But isn't it the Lotus Hotel that it stops time for the people inside instead of speeds it up for them?
Oh yeah, I know. It's like their
So they just got trapped
knockoff brand of the Lotus Hotel.
There's a knockoff Lotus
like they
Hotel
weren't-
where it's the opposite of
there.
that.
It drains your life force. It's the egg. It's the egg hotel. It just traps you and drains your life force until you age faster. I fixed it there.
Beautiful.
Like, Dream SMP, take notes, put it on
Yeah,
there.
like he grew up. Like, so yeah, he spent like a bunch of his life in this cursed hotel, and then his dad came back to pick him up when he was a teenager.
It was like, hello, son.
Who the fuck are you? It's me, your father. Who the fuck are you?
Okay, so he's Wilbur's dad? To help us figure out more about Fundy. Cause like I said, I'm inclined
Wilbur's
towards
dad is
Apollo.
Philza.
Actually, I'm gonna probably make that work.
Philza's fucking Hades.
Fills it is.
No,
I
and,
mean,
you know, he'd make more sense as Persephone.
Is there a god of crows? Hold on, let me. Ravens are associated with Apollo.
That works.
That's interesting, though.
That's interesting.
So Apollo, but they're all like legacies. So Phil is the son of Apollo, who's
Oh,
able to like, I don't know,
God.
talk with ravens.
Fundy with his ability to predict
You like
the future.
follow him around and tell him like prophecies of the future, right?
Mhm.
And then he had Wilbur, who inherited like Apollo's musical skill, and Wilbur had Fundy,
Who
who was a
dreams of
fox
the
for
future.
some reason.
He
Yeah,
dreams
he
of
has
the
dreams for the
future.
future. You know, that actually works, them all being regulated to Apollo actually works like amazingly well. Like, I know it's like a whole coincidence,
Yeah.
but it just fits.
Yeah. When will
Like,
Fundy
you got
learn
one
to
guy
change
who's
the world?
associated with ravens that tell him things he shouldn't know.
Yeah.
You got one guy whose whole thing is like making music, and you got one guy who has like cursed dreams of the future. It's like you literally could not pick any better characters to all be related.
Alright.
Alright, who's up next?
We got 10 minutes, so.
George!
George? Okay, Hypnos. Alright, this is when I'm gonna say Hypnos.
Hypnos.
Yeah.
I agree. He sleeps.
Very sleepy.
But also, you know, like the demigod thing where like they can see stuff going on in the world in their dreams, like Percy does all the time. He has that, but it's like all the time. Like every time he falls asleep, he's like seeing something that's happening in the world at another time. And sometimes it's like monsters who are plotting to murder him, and sometimes it's like people going to a fast food restaurant on the other side of the world.
The dichotomy between them.
Yeah, like whenever he sleeps, he's dreaming of stuff that's happening elsewhere in the world. Because it's basically like that regular demigod ability just turned up to 100.
He keeps sleeping, though.
Jack Manifold.
So, here's something very interesting. Do you think Jack and Nikki would be children of, I forget her name. Vengeance.
What?
Oh, Nemesis?
Nemesis, yeah.
I know, like, that makes sense for,
I think maybe Jack being more of like a vengeful spirit who was a demigod. That might be interesting.
trying
Do
to...
vengeful spirit, like, I mean, like, I know ghosts exist, but do vengeful spirits
I mean, there's,
exist
like,
in...
there's not really, like, there's, like, personifications of things. Like, there's, like, daemons.
Yeah.
Like, there's daemons of, like, night, day, daemons of, like, choice and stuff like that. Let me get the actual definition.
Oh wait, isn't there? I'm pretty sure there's like some guy who was immortal but managed to become immortal through some way. Wait, is he? He could be like the Roman
Says
god
demons could also be the spirits
from
of...
Trials of Apollo, where he just like made himself really well known as like a meme, and that made him be immortal.
F in chat.
Like, let me look it up to get the, like, the context.
I don't know too many. I'm gonna, like, look up a list of Greek gods. I'm like, alright.
I mean, I feel like, because I do feel like Vengeance kind of fits both of them fairly well, considering they went through an entire arc because they were betrayed, and now they want their revenge.
That's fair as fuck.
Okay, so basically in Trials of Apollo, there's these Roman emperors who can stay alive as long as they're remembered.
Huh.
And if their name starts to be forgotten, they end up becoming like a mirage. But once they are remembered, then they become like physical again.
How many people needs to remember them?
Okay, so according to this, during the Middle Ages, their names were almost forgotten. But then in the Renaissance, when the Roman classical greatness was remembered, they came back. And after the internet, there was no way for them to fade completely.
Someone out there will always know about them.
Because, yeah.
That'd be really sad if one of them wanted to fade away and it's just like, ha, internet says fuck you. I'm gonna just immortalize your name forever. Some of the other characters. Oh yeah, Tommy. I would say he's a child of Hermes.
Yeah. Hermes or if you wanted to make it sad, Ariadne. Either one. I like making things really tragic, so I would be like making it like super like, you know, he's this tragic son of Ariadne. Doomed to forever like never escape.
I mean, Hermes also kind of fits because he doesn't really have a home.
Oh, true. God of travelers.
He's a wanderer, he's a traveler. And it's not because he wants to travel, but because he doesn't have a place he can settle down.
Mm.
Also, little gremlin thief.
Yeah. God of mischief
Yeah.
as well.
Okay, Carl.
Carl, who's the god of time?
Do we
Who's the god
have
of
a
time?
God of time?
I know there's a
Brain.
titan of, yeah, Kronos.
Kronos. But he's the big bad.
That would actually be really funny considering we're imagining that this is like the Percy Jackson books, except Percy Jackson doesn't exist, but like the prophecy and the titans and everything still exist. So like, if people are like preparing for this war against Kronos, and then Carl's just there like, yeah, that's my
He would
dad.
do it in that voice. That's
mean-
my dad.
I mean, Chiron's dad is Kronos as well. Kronos is dad of a lot of the big players, actually.
Yeah,
Isn't
so he's just like looking at Zeus and like,
Isn't he everybody's grandpa?
I'm your brother and you can't escape that.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
man.
like he's Zeus and Hades and Poseidon's dad.
Yeah, he's like the top dog. He's like the big like. He's like the biggest dude. He's like. I mean, he is time. He's the titan of time. So, my God. His dad is like the sky.
The idea of everyone being so terrified of Kronos, and then they're just like, Kronos has a son, he must be like super evil and dangerous, and it's just like
It's Carl.
Carl Jacobs.
He's just standing there, so menacingly. All right,
Menacing.
we got 2 minutes. Who do you
That's,
want
like, the
to
best
speed
one.
run?
We will not, let's not do a question of the week this week because I don't want to finish this. So let's see who we're gonna speed run. We did Nikki already. Phil, Punk.
Honk. Let's go.
Son of Pan.
Is there anyone who's connected to like misfortune and bad luck?
There is a god.
Oh, that's also very true.
I feel like a god of. I feel like ironically, a god of luck would fit. And then like he just has
he just has the bad
like she
luck.
just has bad luck, you know, like
Taisha? Taishi?
I'm not even gonna just luck.
She's Greek goddess of luck.
Yeah.
So that's
I know the Roman is Fortuna. I can say that one.
Puns.
Puns. I was gonna
We can do Fortuna as well. We can do Roman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, cause like they're both in the same universe. And they
Who's the
intersect
god
quite
of
a lot.
wealth? Plutus. God of abundance or
I
wealth.
think that's Hades.
A personification of riches. Plutus is the son
what about
of
Technoblade?
Demeter. Oh my god. So many children does Demeter have? Jesus.
Too many
alright.
to count.
Who else is left?
And Technoblade. We can't forget Technoblade.
I kind of feel like he might be Ares too.
Yeah, if there was ever like
Could be.
the spirit of battle. Ares is the Greek god of courage and war. Who is the god of...
But also, like, if there is a god associated with like chaos and anarchy, that might also fit.
He could just be a normal ass dude.
He's just a normal ass guy.
Oh yeah, he could just be a guy who can see through the mist.
Yeah, just a normal. I'm sorry, but I love the trope of normal ass dude can still kick your ass.
Yeah. It's like the bit in like one of the Percy Jackson books where Annabeth's dad is like in a plane shooting down monsters.
That's amazing. That is
Purple.
so badass.
Oh, purple.
Alien.
God.
Is there a god?
He's not even like a god. He's just
No,
he's
he's just
literally
an
just
alien.
he just happens to show up in the camp and he's literally an alien.
It's like they're not even real aliens. They're like aliens manifested by all the conspiracy theories about aliens existing.
He's like,
Oh my god, yes.
So like in universe, they made aliens actually exist because so many people believe.
could you
in
imagine
them.
if he got into one of the demigod camps somehow? Like I don't even know how, but he just did. And then like the people keep asking him who he's like the son of, and he just makes it up every fucking time. And he's actually just an alien. He's just an extraterrestrial being.
He's just an alien.
Quackity.
Quackity. Oh, god of
Yeah.
So we.
I would say gambling.
I would actually say
can't make
if
Hermes
there's
would
one.
probably work.
Gotta.
Cause like the whole trickery thing.
Who is
He
the?
could be a legacy.
Yeah, actually, I think the legacy thing would fit his character as well.
But who would his godly ancestor be?
There is a Greek goddess of misfortune,
already
obsession,
forgot his
guilt, and other stuff. So.
Is there a Greek god of torture?
So there isn't a Greek. There isn't. So there's someone who's an offshoot of Nemesis, who's the spirit of punishment. But there's no like god of torture.
Let's just call him the kid of
I wouldn't.
Eris.
It's like, yeah, it's a big part of him, but it's also like
I feel
not
like
him.
I feel like misfortune fits, like the Greek goddess of misfortune, or obsession, like, cause I mean, like, his whole thing is like he gets obsessed with these ideas, he gets paranoid, and then it comes crashing down around him every single time. That would just be sad. Could you imagine if your mom was the goddess of misfortune? Everyone just assumes you're always gonna fail, so you're
I
always
think
set up to
maybe if
fail.
he was like a legacy of Dionysus.
Oh wait, is there?
Dionysus.
Is there?
Yeah, I think that would fit him.
I
as
think that
well.
would work, especially because he's also associated with like insanity, which would fit the obsession thing.
Greek god? Is there a Greek god of like?
Actually, that really sort of fits him because Dionysus as his potential legacy parent or like actual parent.
Make him the god. Make him the son of the god.
I think
of
like
healing.
him being like a descendant of Dionysus works better because it's something like he's trying to live up to,
Yeah,
and it
that's
feels
what I
like
was
people
thinking.
who are directly related to him
He's literally
sort
trying
of like
to make a legacy
have an
for
advantage,
himself.
which I think very much fits his character.
Yeah.
Let's see anyone else. Ronbu. I think let's do Ronbu last.
Memories.
And then just send us a comment if there's anyone else you'd like us to cover.
Is there a god of memories?
I mean, the only person I can think of is Roman, and that's
Roman works.
Janus or oh god, how do you pronounce these names? The god of beginnings, gates, transitions, time, duality, doorways, passages,
Oh, yeah, that
springs, and
works
endings.
so well.
The two-faced god.
And also I think it kind
yeah.
of fits Ronbu's character to be sort of like an outsider compared to everyone else. It's sort of like this universe's version of him being part Enderman.
Yeah, and like Janus is like the
Except instead of that, it's that he's related to a Roman god rather than a Greek one.
Yeah. God, he's related to the Roman god and winds up in the Greek house.
Oh my god. They're just like, oh, we couldn't fit you anywhere else, sorry.
It's additionally funny because doesn't he live like in the same city as the Roman camp? Like at San Francisco, right? Or am I getting it?
I have
That's
no idea.
very funny, actually. He somehow winds up on this long ass trip and ends up in like, what was it, Manhattan?
That just is such a Ronbu thing, I think.
He runs into Dream along the way.
Yeah.
Ender's
He's like gonna go to the camp for Demigods, and he completely misses the Roman one. Gets to Florida somehow, and finally gets to New York. Alright, let's wrap up the episode.
Alright.
Wait. I'm just thinking of normalized Technoblade sheltering two homeless demigods.
Oh my god.
Dude, you're homeless. I'm gonna and Techno making fun of Dreams for being homeless.
It would he would.
Also, wait, I want to say in this universe, the Technoblade is still like a Minecraft YouTuber.
Yes, he's the only
Like all the
He's,
all,
like,
all the
grinding.
mythology stuff's just on the side. That's why he never uploads.
That
He's
never
too busy
uploads.
dealing with demigods.
Dude, that'd be so funny. It's just like, sorry guys, haven't been uploaded. Was taking care of two injured, two homeless kids.
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Alright, see you then.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's the end of the episode. Sorry, no question of the week. We are tired.
Yeah.
Actually answer them and we'll give them back to you. We're holding their question of the week hostage.
Yes, we are. We're gatekeeping them.
Alright, see ya.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, thanks for listening to the 50th episode of Mellohi, and we hope you enjoyed it. If there's any topic you'd like to hear us discuss, feel free to leave a comment or find us on Twitter at Mellohi Podcast, where you can also ask us questions or just get updates about new episodes. We also have a Discord server that you can find a link to in the description. See you next time!